How about a new beginning? Starting assignment now. Hello there, Dionysus. Lord Dionysus, it's been great getting to know you, so please accept this humble offering.
Now that is something, a right princely gift there, Zach. And just so happens, I got something here I have been meaning to give you.
Thank you, Dionysus, mate.
I gotta hand it to you, Zach. You don't back down. You don't ever back down. What is this, like the 20th time that you've attempted to escape?
Let's liven things up. No! I forgot something.
Hello? Hey, did you see? The Queen's come back. Though did she ever take her sweet time?
Hey, watch it, Hypnos. That's my mother you're talking about.
What, really? Huh. So then your mom doesn't spend any time with you either. We've got something in common.
We don't. Those shades are always milling about.
Had enough yet?
Persephone, my queen, it has been far too long. Although the passing of the time was very kind, it is an honor to see you again.
Oh, please, Nyx. No formalities between us, right? It's wonderful to see you too, my friend. The days there on the surface, they were very different, but the nights... I was reminded of our times together here.
Good times, I trust.
Good times, most certainly. I try not to remember the others.
We are pleased to have you back. Although it shall be a difficult adjustment for you once again, I fear. For all of us.
Well, having built a little house all by myself up there, I think I'm up for anything. You know what it's like.
I do.
Father, all these shades, aren't they going to let on that Mother's back? What if word spreads and the Olympians find out?
You are so well accustomed to defying me that you forget there are no others, either living or dead, who would so dare. None in this house shall speak of this until we are prepared to make any announcements on our own terms.
Sounds like you got it all under control.
Oh, hello.
Orpheus, I saw Eurydice again. I couldn't bring myself to do exactly as you asked. I sort of mentioned you.
You what? Or what I meant to say was... Oh, did you perchance get the impression she had harbors toward me feelings of resentment and the like?
You seem to be a bit of a sore subject, yes. What happened to the two of you, if I may ask?
Oh, it's just... I almost saved her soul from this domain back when I lived and breathed. But in the final moments of my rescue, my faith faltered. She is lost to me forever now. Though I'm pleased to hear she isn't lost to you.
I'll have to get to the bottom of this later.
There must be some mistake. Prince, you're giving this to me?
I want you to know we all appreciate you, Dusa. Don't work yourself too hard on my account, okay?
I'm sorry. I better get back to my cleaning.
I found another weapon waiting for me in the courtyard, Achilles. Exogryph. Never entirely believed it was real.
Between us, lad, I wish it wasn't. Was such a thing available to my enemies during my fighting days, I surely would have come here even sooner. But I trust you have the training to use it well. May it serve you as it served the fire goddess Hestia. She hasn't needed it in a while.
I'll use it to the best of my ability, sir. What's this one here? Might help.
Go on, boy, and get out of here.
The prophecies appeared. No thanks. Lord Dionysus.
Say, man, if I'm not mistaken, I think you got yourself a bottle of ambrosia there. I had no idea you could get that stuff downstairs. Do me a solid, though. Hang on to any more you find, or better yet, give it away. I'd hate to think even a drop has gone to waste.
How about another? Thought I'd just pop back in.
Your Highness!
Honored to have met you, Great Achilles, our royal guard. Good to know whom to turn to should anything run afoul around here. So it was you who instructed my son in the martial ways.
Indeed, Your Grace. He was a talented student. If only you could have seen his progress, surely you would have been very proud.
I am proud. You know, you were already quite the name back on the surface when I lived upon Olympus. I should think your legend spread much farther still since then.
Oh, I doubt that. Although, thank you, Your Grace.
Father, all this stuff with the Olympians, will you just tell me what's going on for once? How did Mother come to join you here? What's your problem with Uncle Zeus?
I thought she already told you. Come with me, now. Swear to me that you shall never repeat what you are about to hear. Swear it.
All right, I swear. I swear in your own name I'll keep what you're about to say between us. So?
So, you had it mostly right before. After I inherited the underworld, your Uncle Zeus felt sympathy for me, he says. Your mother, he knew she was unhappy on Olympus, and he knew I was drawn to her. So what did he do? He brought her here, gave her to me as a gift.
You weren't expecting a gift like that. But she didn't want to return to Olympus, and you liked her, so you didn't send her away. And you were angry with Zeus for putting you in that position. Cut ties with him.
Yes, the blasted fool with all his flights of fancy. He does whatever he wants. He could have achieved a similar outcome in a limitless number of reasonable ways, rather than resort to what was tantamount to kidnapping, even if she wanted to leave.
And now if Demeter and the others found all this out, you and Mother, even Zeus, would be in a bad spot, wouldn't he? He must have a temper on him to match yours.
You know nothing of tempers if mine is your frame of reference, Zagreus. Now enough of this. You know the rest. Remember your oath.
I will. Take care, Father. The Olympians can't really see me, can they, Nyx? I mean, not very well. I get that they can sense details here and there, but they don't know the full extent of what's going on. Are we really so far beyond their influence?
You are enshrouded from them, child. For your own benefit and theirs. They know as much as necessary to assist. And I trust they shall, for as long as you require. They are bound to one another as family. And they know that you require aid. Do not be too prideful to accept.
I won't. A prophecy. Hey.
Boyo?
Let's see here. Should help. On to business then.
Mortals believe that there is no return from here. They are correct, and we all must do our part to keep it that way. We have a certain reputation to uphold.
Time to uphold it then. Now to fix up this spear. Fishing time. I got one. A hellfish. Had to come back for something right quick.
What? Wait, what? You're back already? Hey, my list says that you barely made it out of here before you died. Were you even trying? Because if you were, why, maybe you need to try a whole lot harder than that next time.
I just wanted to see you again, Hypnos.
You're much too modest, Lord Achilles, for someone with such a number of heroic deeds and glorious decapitations to his name. You ought to be more like ever-boastful Zagreus and talk it up some more.
Oh, fear not, Orpheus. I was quite boastful in my day. And would you look at where it got me? Besides, I've not the imagination to come up with tales as tall as those of our Prince Zagreus.
What can I say? I try.
For shame.
Nyx has a very steady presence, doesn't she? I want to say she hasn't changed a bit since before you were born, but I know that she's been through a lot.
She's always managed, and quite gracefully at that. Never seen her break a sweat over anything, even when I confronted her about you. Though you two seem closer than I realized, I think.
Well, your father isn't always the conversationalist, and Nyx, she was the first chthonic god I ever met. I suppose she welcomed having another lady about the house.
I'm sure she did. Bet you're happy to see Mother home again, huh, boy? Only wish you could have told me about her before.
The hell-born monster Cerberus contentedly ignores the prince's callous, inconsiderate remark.
Hey.
Tell me something, boy. Zagreus. Why did you do all this? Return the queen. Go to such lengths. At a certain point, you must have learned the way I felt about her. Yet still you persisted. If I were you, I'd not have done me any favors.
I didn't often stop to give it much thought. I just knew I needed to find her. And then as soon as I did, I knew I needed her in my life. In other words, doing you any favors was never a priority, Father. Just ended up that way, I guess.
I see. I appreciate your candor. Nevertheless, I thank you. I do not know how you accomplished what you did, but know that I am grateful for the outcome, even if I fail to act like it much of the time.
You're welcome. What news, Spirit? Something smells good. We're settled up.
Alas, you have seen much of Hypnos lately, child. I hope you find his disposition somewhat tolerable. Please tell me plain if this is not the case.
Oh, he's not so bad, Nyx. Be proud of your sleepy, cheerful son. Who else among us is able to muster that kind of enthusiasm? Could maybe use some rest.
The heavy-sleeping underworld prince arises, with the feeling that the brief nap he intended as a respite from the rigors of the day or night apparently was none too brief at all.
I'm late for work. Father's going to kill me.
Responsibility-rejecting Zagreus strides down his father's hall, quite unconcerned about the urgency with which he is expected to behave under a set of circumstances such as this.
Going as fast as I can, you hurry up.
Suggest you hurry, Bella. The door to the administrative chamber beckons just beyond the hall. The prince perchance believes that he may enter quietly, without drawing the notice of those laboring within.
You better not give me away, old man.
Talk later. Let's not keep your father waiting.
Sorry.
You're late, boy. Again?
The day or night's duties are sheer simplicity itself, at least at first, as when the prince simply signs in to signal the commencement of his shift.
Oh, gods.
Get on with your responsibilities.
The often failing prince attempts to sort the ledgers in the fashion necessary for the proper keeping of his father's realm.
Damn it.
That is not correct.
The hard-laboring shades responsible for the administration of the prince's father's realm merely look on at the prince's ill-fated attempts.
Oh, come on.
The relaxation-loving prince never paid suitably enough attention to learn properly how to arrange the record bookings of the regions of his father's realm.
Doesn't make any sense.
That's not correct.
This set of delicate responsibilities is easily achieved, at least by someone capable and trained to do the work, unlike the oft-distracted underworld prince.
What?
Wrong again.
A careful record must be kept of all expenses paid within the house. A delicately handled tabulation process, which the prince is ill-equipped to fully undertake.
Do you not remember anything I taught?
A steadily updated ledger of the house's income in the form of brilliant gemstones, diamonds, darkness, and the like, is merely one among the prince's least liked aspects of his work.
I'll do it later.
No, wrong.
Disorderly Prince Zagreus gazes upon the endless stacks of parchment paper, each containing work details to be registered and neatly organized, and starts to feel his optimism fade.
Oh, it's faded.
At last, the work-disliking prince records a summary of the results of his attempts to be of any use to the administrative needs of his grim father's house.
Okay, I'm done. So, can I go yet, Father?
Not only were you late again, but then you also failed to perform even the simplest tasks that I had asked repeatedly that you complete. How many chances do you need at this? I am too lenient with you.
Too lenient? Instead of lambasting me non-stop, have you considered maybe training me some more to do this fascinating work to your satisfaction? You'll forgive me if I didn't memorize every laborious detail the last time you performed your monologue about how all this works.
Excuse me? If I'm not mistaken, you're deflecting your incompetence toward me? As though the goddess of wisdom herself has come to aid you in your time of need. I could replace you here and now with any number of simple shades hungry to work here.
Then why don't you? I don't want any of this. I'm not the one who drew the short lot with your brothers and got stuck here forever. Why am I having to do this senseless parchment pushing for you?
Why are you stuck? You're not. You're fired. I was wrong to think you were prepared to take on any responsibility at all. And don't you ever invoke your uncles here again, or I'll have you cast into the lowest pits of Tartarus. Now get out of my administration and my sight.
At least I can't be late for that job anymore. Skelly. My keepsakes. All set. Maximum punishment. Won't get extra bounties this way, but why not? Look what I found.
A little bird once told me that the shade of the great hero called Achilles now resides within your father's residence, dearest. I always wished to meet with him someday.
Strength and beauty. Could use the rod of fishing there. Fish. Another hellfish. Out of my way. Forgot something again.
Ooh, looks like one of those little numbskulls took a big old bite right out of you back there. I guess they got you, huh? Maybe if you weren't quite so tasty, they'd leave you alone. And so would I.
Okay. Achilles, did you ever used to pray to the gods? Make offerings to them and such back when you were alive?
Prayed mostly to my mother, lad. I always had my doubts the gods were listening, that they could even hear. Though I suppose that if you make an offering, they might be so inclined, just for the moment anyway. They're helping much.
They're helping, definitely, sir.
Oh!
Head chef? Why, thank you.
There you are.
I was pleased to see an order pending approval for the release of Orpheus with the house contractor next. If Father wants him to start singing again, locking him in Tartarus doesn't seem like the most efficient way to go about it. Besides, I think he's suffered enough.
Your father found a certain peace from song, my child. Perhaps with this reprieve, our Orpheus shall reconsider and resume his craft.
You're worried Father doesn't have enough live music to enjoy while brooding over his gloomy court.
Your father's temperament is easier to navigate when he is in relatively better spirits. And my opinion is that punishing the court musician does not further your father's goal with him.
I'm just glad to see him back. Don't think I'm welcome in there. Should check the garden.
So if there's anything that I can do for you, Nyx, you need but ask, all right? I plan to pull my weight.
Your services were always welcome here. Please acclimate yourself at your own rate. I am available to answer any questions you may have at any time.
Thank you, my friend. I have to tell you, it's good to be back.
You know, Father, I must say ransacking your domain beats having to toil endlessly in the administrative chamber. Far less painful, really.
Ah, is that your way of asking me for your old job back, boy? You were a scourge upon every administrative duty to which you were assigned.
Yes, please, Father, give me back my old wretched job, won't you?
Privileges are earned and not begged for, boy. Unless you plan to reimburse this house for all the income that we lost because of you, then you shall not so much as set foot in the administrative chamber again.
How much is the reimbursement fee, anyway?
Whichever exorbitant amount the house contractor has on record. Now leave me be.
Hi.
Miss me room?
Let us resume course.
Time to put in extra work for those bounties. See that, Varafa? It's just the edge I need. All right then.
I'm up. Wait. So what's all this about you working here? I thought they fired you and that was why you left.
Hypnos, you think all these times I've died, it's because I was upset I was let go from a miserable job?
Why else?
Achilles, I meant to ask, did you know that Coronacht the Heartseeker once belonged to the centaur Chiron? Because one of its aspects is his own. He didn't have it back when you trained with him, did he?
Master Chiron, truly? Ah, of course. He granted me a spear, I think you know. If he possessed one such weapon, why not more? I remember his bow shined like the sun. It was splendid and never missed its mark, though I attributed that to Chiron's extraordinary skill.
I'm sure his skill did most of the work. Somehow I always knew, you know, that you were not my birth mother. I mean, look at Hypnos and Thanatos. There's no way that I could have been related to them. Everybody knew, and yet, when I finally learned for certain, it was still a shock.
I always knew, in turn, that you would learn the truth of it eventually, and I was fearful of what would occur after that time arrived. I'm grateful it has come and gone, Though, tell me, I still find I call you child. Is your preference that I cease to use such terms from this point on?
No, Nyx, please, it's quite all right. You may not have given birth to me, but you still cared for me. I never doubt that. Likewise, are you sure it's all right that I continue to address you by name?
It is more than all right, my child.
Should check the garden.
Oh, come on, Hades. Mortals are much more resilient than that. What, do you think they'll show up at your gates here all at once? They have our family looking out for them.
That is what I'm afraid of. Do you truly believe my brothers and the rest shall take the sort of care of them while they draw breath, as we do here after they have expired?
It's true we have to look out for them indefinitely, while Olympus need only look out for them for a little while. But our relatives are always watching from their mountain. And if they do turn a blind eye once in a while, mortals aren't bad at fending for themselves.
But they are never satisfied, always begging us to provide more and more.
They like us, Hades. They praise us, tell one another about us. What do you expect? Would you rather they forgot about us?
No. No, I suppose not. But they need us.
Well, we need them.
What's going on, Skelly? Which one? Might help. Tried anything out? Won't get bounties any faster with this extra heat. Goddess Athena.
There's something that I've wished to tell you, Zagreus. There is no shame in your upbringing. Many of us on Olympus, we likewise were born and raised under the strangest circumstances. Someday I'll have to tell you about mine.
Damn it!
Oh, dawg, one of those wretched louts just killed you dead that time. Those mean old slappy guys? Maybe try killing them beforehand, I don't know.
Right. You have to tell me more about this pact you signed, Achilles. You and Patroclus. So you're doomed to never be together then?
You must safeguard the details of it, lad. Although it's not as bad as you make out. I ensured Patroclus is provided for. We wouldn't have been together anyway. Initially, he wasn't sent into Elysium, you see.
There has to be a way for me to make this right. Not just for him, for you.
You've other pressing matters to attend to, lad. And Patroclus and I have ample time to wait this out. I know you mean well, but do not discuss this matter with your father now. I fear that it could make things worse. Do you understand?
I do. I think. Saw your new pact of punishment out in the courtyard, Father. Impressed that you could find a parchment large enough to fit all the unpleasant stipulations. So you're taking even harsher measures to contain me?
Whether you consent to the terms of the pact is entirely up to you, boy. But in all your comings and goings, it is important that we have full knowledge of which property is being carried from the premises.
Oh, Cerberus. Doubtless you deserve the biggest thanks that this house still stands, don't you? Did you enjoy the treat I brought you from the surface?
The surface treat devouring hound of hell provides the Queen a most decidedly affirmative response.
I thought you might. You wouldn't know it wasn't made of meat, I'll bet. I'll see if we can't grow you plenty more.
A setback, then. I saw you took possession of the list of minor prophecies of the three fates. As ever, I should never have doubted my daughter's expectations. I was uncertain you had necessary guidance to select it from among the house contractor's many opportunities.
You offer something called the Fated List of Minor Prophecies to me, chances are I'm going to pick it up. Though, you make it sound like there's more I should know about it. Should I be concerned?
You know exactly what is necessary and no more. I know better than anyone never to tamper with the Fate's design. Though, if they had cruelty in store for you through their list, I think that I would warn you anyway.
That's somehow reassuring. Keepsakes hold power. Go with that one. Again.
Nyx is the night herself, the twin sons, sleep and death. But you? I cannot think of anything I fear, except the god of talking back to me.
I'm sure you'll think of something soon enough.
Did you happen to know, my king, that you have slain more than 100 foes since you began your quest? You have, for I am keeping count, and I am most impressed.
Now, I caught a knucklehead. Just have to try again.
Whoa, did you just get chomped by one of those little numbskulls again? Oh, that is definitely rough. I guess you must have done something to make the Fates real mad.
Wonderful.
Well.
It's my great pleasure to make your acquaintance. Call me Dusa, please. I'm your house custodian, and I am at your service. Anything you need, just call, okay?
Dusa, wonderful to know you. This house is immaculate. Night and day difference from before. Now I know exactly whom to compliment.
Thanks so much. I will not let you down.
Thank you in turn.
Achilles is off duty.
You have been keeping our contractor rather busy, I must say. Commissioning these frivolous projects around the house with the wealth you wrest from my domain. What are you hoping to achieve?
Oh, you know, just giving back to the community. Figure if I'm to keep getting dragged back here, it might as well be somewhat livable. Greetings, Chef. Fair market value. I don't suppose the name Skelly happens to mean anything to you, does it, Nyx?
It means nothing to me at all, my child. Though, why do you invoke such names within this house? Who is this Skelly, and what do you presume is the connection that exists between us?
Oh, well, essentially he's an animated skeleton who shows up just outside my bedchambers and lets me practice with my weapons on him. I sort of figured that you put him up to it. So it wasn't you?
Achilles moves throughout these chambers under my own shroud, if you must know. And thus you have in your possession the infernal arms. But I have not exerted further influence than that. Is this skeleton to be trusted, then?
I think so. I don't know. He seems all right. Hey.
Hey.
Which to choose? All set. Ready.
My favorite underworld god surviving. Zag, you're holding up or what? Right better momentarily, I bet.
I've had the opportunity to use your aspect of Baratha, sir. So you once wielded it yourself. It fills me with a hunger for battle even more so than usual. A bit of your fighting spirit, perhaps.
Be very wary of that spirit, lad. It was what brought me here before my time. Although that spear indeed once served me well. A parting gift from my old master Chiron. He cautioned me as I'm cautioning you. Though may you be a better listener.
I can't imagine you weren't always a good listener, Achilles.
And if you ever need anything at all, Your Royalness, you can always find me wide awake, over there. Though I really shouldn't leave my post like this. Not even for you.
I truly appreciate it.
It is woefully infrequent that I've cause for this, but I do have to thank you, boy. You've culled the satyrs and the vermin, bringing ruin to our temple there. Blasted creatures multiply at an alarming rate.
They're not doing your bidding, yet they're every bit as bothersome as all your wretched servants I've met. I'm surprised you aren't getting along.
They are a plague upon this realm, although we have them well contained for now. And once they are rightly dead, they tend to swear to me their fealty.
Pushovers. Hey, Orpheus, the keepsake that you gave me. It's come in useful, thanks. I can't quite see what's in the container, though. I shouldn't open it, should I?
No, Zagreus. Unless, of course, you wanted to set loose a cherished living memory of mine and take from me that fleeting bit of joy.
Didn't think so. Nyx, sometimes I get the impression the Olympians look down on those of us born of the underworld. Is that my imagination, or what do you make of it?
The gods of Mount Olympus tend to think themselves above us, child. Or so your father often likes to say. He alone was relegated to this realm and grew resentful of his relatives on high.
I can't imagine him otherwise. Which to choose? Okay. All right, let's get to work. What do we have here?
Why, nephew, you've procured the rod of fishing, I detect. Fine handiwork, if I say so myself. Its line is nigh invisible and causes denizens of my domain to flock to it like mortals to temples of mine. Good fortune with that thing.
Thought I'd just pop back in.
Ooh, says here a wretched lout slapped you to death again. That's a tough break. Have you tried talking it out or something? I don't know.
You know, I haven't.
Oh!
Achilles, I ran into Meg's sisters out there. We didn't really hit it off. Meg said they're not permitted in the house. Not that I'm complaining, but what's that about?
They have not earned the right, lad, nor expressed any desire to exist here with the rest of us. Your father has assigned them to specific roles that suit their dispositions. They're not as sensible as Megara, in my experience.
That's what I was afraid of. Although fear is for the weak. Mother's not here now, huh?
Help me to understand something here, Orpheus. Why do I bother keeping such a worthless shadow of a court musician in my house? You prattle ceaselessly, yet I can't get even a single note out of you.
If I may be so bold, my lord, perhaps the merest sight of me still stirs in you a memory of my performances of yore. It gladdens me you used to like my songs.
I used to tolerate your insolence. We're finished here. You find your voice immediately. You have 100 years and not a moment more.
Poor Orpheus.
You have met most of your Olympian relatives by now, child. Although the power of their blessings is fleeting here, they shall continue to support you as long as necessary.
They all still think I'm headed to join them on Olympus. That's why they're helping me.
They are helping you because you are family. Family with whom they do not yet have a complicated past.
It's getting complicated pretty fast. Something inevitable I can do. Let's see here. Should help.
Mightily impressed with your ability to cull those rivers there of all the denizens of my domain. Your crusty father's not entitled to the bounties of the sea, but on my limitless authority, you are. You have my rod of fishing. Now have this.
What is this? All right, let's catch some fish.
No, no!
I can do better than that.
What? Oh, you got throttled by a ringer. Must have grabbed and crushed you like a grape. You know what grapes are, right? They're like big, squishy pomegranate seeds.
You calling me squishy? Hey, sir. Meant to say I hope I didn't get you into too much trouble after letting me in Father's bedchambers.
Think nothing of it, lad. It was a risk I was willing to take. And for his part, your father looked the other way on that one. Though I did not expect you to get free rein to go there as you please.
Mother can be quite persuasive. It sounds like Father's very cross with you, Orpheus. Won't you consider singing once again? You know his threat of further punishment is not a bluff.
Your father can be most persuasive, yes, my friend. However, this time I am putting my foot down. I have no plans to sing for him again.
Well, then how about for me? Or for your other friends among the court?
No. Please. My muse has gone to me. I can do no such thing.
I understand. I'm sorry. I should check the garden.
Well, be that as it may. If they pester you at all, do let me know and I shall have them dealt with quickly.
Oh, Hades. I think the shades around here have been through enough as it is. I don't mind them. After all the time I spent on my own, having some company has been a welcome change.
You are certain all your needs have been provided for? Because if there's anything that you require...
Require? Look at this place, Hades. Look at me. I have everything. And so do you. Try not to worry quite so much. And be patient with your son. That's all I ask.
Persephone, I cannot promise you such things. They're not my strengths. Besides, I have a reputation to uphold. God of the dead. If the wretches do not fear me, or you for that matter, what then?
I'm not going to tell you how to balance your work, your marriage, and your parental responsibilities. I don't think anybody on Olympus or below knows quite how best to manage that. So long as we do our best.
Our best. That I can promise you.
How has it been for you of late, Nix? Having Mother here again for old time's sake?
Though reminiscent of an older time, it is now very different, child. For one thing, you are present now, unlike before.
Oh, right. So are you getting on okay? Is everything all right?
Everything is all right. Your birth mother, Persephone, her presence has been welcome here, I think.
I think so too. What's going on, Skelly? Which one? Go with that one. Bye, everyone.
Keep to yourself, then. Our house is not so great in size, thus boundaries must be set. I shall refrain from entering your chambers, as you shall never again try to enter mine.
Still figuring our boundaries out, I guess. That should do it.
Oh, hi! I'd ask you how it went, but since you're here again, I guess I know already, huh? Oh well, just come on in.
Cheers.
Welcome back.
Well, look at you, lad, with that codex brimming with our history. I knew I could rely on you to fill it out. Back when I was alive, why, no one would have ever believed what goes on down here.
Mortals must have had their stories, though, about what happens to them once they die and once they end up in this place.
Well, they had their stories, definitely so. They fear your father, understandably. They also fear your dog. But most of them know precious little else. Even their fears, I think, are born of ignorance, as most fears tend to be.
Look who's back.
Mother, just how long has it been snowing on the surface, do you know? Because it seems to me that Demeter, grandmother I should say, well, it's been very cold up there each time I've been.
I was afraid of that. I wanted to believe the snow about my cottage. It was native to the climate there, but seems that Mother took my absence harder than I thought. Oh, what have I done? All those poor people.
It's not your fault. You couldn't have known. And we can fix this, right?
We can and shall.
One thing before you depart again, boy. Until the Queen's intentions with Olympus come to pass, not a word to anyone about her presence here. Do you understand?
I do. But she won't have to hide forever. Where's our court musician?
What is it, child? Is something amiss?
No, it's just the latest renovations from the contractor. Father told me you've been supervising all of that. Look, just between us, and I'll not speak of it again, but thanks. so much.
Ah, yes, no need to speak of it again, though I am pleased to oblige.
New details of another prophecy. Keepsakes.
Never felt so alive.
Should help. No turning back. Hi, Aphrodite.
You met Achilles after all, Godling. He was quite instrumental in the war of my design. Still, he resisted my attempts to sway his actions. You tell him simply I admire him.
Got to keep at it.
I have to say, lad, authorizing transfer of the fated list from the old archives straight into your chambers. Bold of you. And right beneath your father's nose at that.
Oh, that? Just another job from the house contractor near as I'm concerned, sir. Not like anything on the list was getting done while I was stuck in the archives besides.
Well, that's the spirit, I suppose. If there's one thing I know, it's that the three fates always get their way. But if you wish to help them go about it, then perhaps they'll pay you back in kind.
I wouldn't mind their help, I guess. Oh. Guess what, Father? The lounge is all tidied up. Your house contractor there is quite efficient once you muster up the necessary funds. You should try it sometime.
Are you expecting words of thanks because you paid the contractor to fix a bit of devastation that you caused? I fear it shall take rather more than that.
What if I replaced every furnishing in this blasted place? Would you treat me any better then?
I suppose, boy, that there's only one way to find out. Though I suggest you save yourself the trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble at all.
You have been served a pact of punishment now, child. I thought to talk your father out of it at first, but it may serve to let you grow your power even more.
Something about setbacks building character, I guess. I didn't take you for someone to look on the bright side of things, Nyx.
It is a point of fact. If you can overcome the conditions of the pact, your influence throughout this realm shall surely grow. Though do not overextend, of course.
No problem whatsoever, I'm sure. What do the three fates have in mind?
Hey,
keepsakes hold power. All set. That's as bad as this gets. What's the worst that could happen? Let's go, Varatha. Forgot something again.
Whoa! Oh, good, you're back already, huh? A few of us, we had a bet about how long you'd last out there, and I just knew you'd be back in no time.
Okay.
Oh, be strong.
Good to see old Orpheus is back with us. He hasn't changed a bit. Was he always like this?
I'm guessing not. Never knew him when we were alive. But since we met, he's always been the melancholy sort. The few times I heard him sing, though, it was beautiful. I'm not surprised your father's kept him here.
Interesting. Mother, one thing I was wondering about was, how did you summon Charon to your surface residence? Especially without, you know, being dead.
Oh, why, he gave me his calling card after he graciously helped get me out of here the first time. No doubt at Nyx's request, but still. Never thought I'd use it, but I still kept it, just in case.
No idea what a calling card is, but okay.
You've taken more advantage of the pact of punishment than I would have expected, boy. I almost wish to commend you for doing such a thing.
Almost. I've been rampaging through the worst your realm has to offer, causing you untold inconvenience and likely a fortune in repair costs. I thought you'd be upset.
Upset? Heavens, no. Through your repeated bumbling, you have revealed a number of shortcomings in our operations, which my underlings are busy working to address.
You know you sound especially despicable when you say underlings, don't you?
Don't let me keep you any longer, boy. Go forth. Try to escape again. You're helping make the underworld a better place.
Plenty of room for improvement. Which one? Okay. The pact is sealed.
Isn't that the overflowing cup I handed down to you? I'm glad you like it, man. I guess it's overflowing still because I figure otherwise I couldn't tell at all.
Feeling good. Back again.
Paul says here one of the wretched thugs got you. Too bad. They're slow, but they hit pretty hard, I guess. Have you tried moving out of the way?
I haven't, no. Achilles on break, I guess. You know, that painting in your bedchambers, it turned out rather well, didn't it? Some very talented shades around here.
Oh, it's beautiful. I tried to persuade your father to hang it out in the hall, but he's too coy about such things. Though I like it where it is. A reminder to us every day and night.
Still can't believe you let me hold his spear. Nyx, all you've done to help me with the Olympians, the mirror, the house contractor, I worry that if Father were to know that he would turn his wrath upon you. I don't want anything to happen.
You need not fear for me, my child. For I am not some underling your father has authority to punish if it pleases him. I am the knight, and it is by my grace that this house stands. Your father knows this. Thus, he and I have certain common goals. We are obligated to cooperate.
Obligated to cooperate? No wonder I thought you two truly were husband and wife.
Your father and I sometimes convince ourselves.
How's it going?
There he is.
Might help. Do your worst, Father.
For their mistakes in life, the wretched shades of Tartarus are bound to me in death. However hatefully, they answer to me, quite unlike you.
You got that right. It's Demeter.
You live within the bosom of the earth and know its warmth. But there is no such warmth up here, young Zagreus. You truly wish to feel the bitter cold of the outside. Then here.
Perks you right up. I forgot something.
Your Highness.
Achilles, sir. There's something I've been wondering about your codex. The words are yours, and yet it's through my actions that I'm able to absorb them. Is that how mortal scriptures always work?
Ah. You have to understand, lad. I've been here in your father's realm for quite some time. My documented learnings became bound to me, much like the spear, you see. You can undo those bindings over time. Thus, my knowledge can be yours, whatever it amounts to.
I see. I think. I'm grateful for it, sir.
Back already?
Turns out there's still an awful lot to do around here, isn't there, Zagreus? I'm still getting caught up on day-to-day affairs.
Day to day? How can you even tell it's day around here anyway, Mother?
Well, that was just a guess now that you mention it. In any case, forgive me if I don't get swooped up in every household detail, all right?
Never. Kidding, of course.
Hi.
Nyx, I encountered Demeter. She mentioned her daughter, Persephone. You never said she was my grandmother. Didn't you think, under the circumstances, that was something I should know?
Listen to me, child. What you know or do not know is for your protection. Your protection and your birth mother's as well. Your suspicion and your curiosity are warranted, but I can do no more about them now, except to caution you. Are we understood?
Yes, we're understood.
Need some practicing?
My keepsakes. Okay. The pact is sealed. Deadlier than ever.
No, wait!
Had to come back for something right quick.
Back again.
Should check the garden.
This garden may not have all the varieties available up on the surface, though it's coming along rather nicely, I should say.
And it smells fresh, too.
Boyo!
Might help. Do your worst, Father.
Nephew, your cruel father, Hades, he's my elder brother. You know that. Not exactly the expressive type, but never was. We seldomly saw eye to eye on things.
Forgot something again.
Prince.
Achilles, I've been meaning to ask you about the odd skeleton usually standing around in the courtyard. Old acquaintance of yours? A hireling, perhaps?
That one Skelly, was it? We only met when all this business of escape began. If I have a connection to him, I'm unaware. Does he claim to know me? Perhaps I slew him when we were alive.
I don't know that that's it. So neither of us has any idea where he's from or how he got there, huh? Can you think of any leads? Nyx doesn't seem to know him either.
Perhaps the gods of Olympus sent him to your aid? Their methods can be odd, and there are many who support you. Regardless, he does not appear to be your father's spy, if that is your concern.
Not a concern, just a morbid curiosity.
Tell me something, Zagreus. Sometimes I fear... Do you hate him? I mean your father. Regardless of his intentions. It sounds as though he made your life extraordinarily difficult. All his pent-up fear and anger. You bore the brunt of it.
Do I hate him? Mother, I don't know that I hate anybody, really. The tales of him and the Olympians rending their immortal Titan parents to bits. I can't relate to how they must have felt. But I resented him for sure. And I don't know if I'll ever get over that entirely.
I understand. I think that when Hades told you he asked no forgiveness, he understood as well and meant it. Well, for all his failings, I'm thankful that he did not teach you how to hate. For your own sake, if not for his.
Sometimes I think he tried. Prophecy fulfilled. Keepsakes hold power. Go with that one. What could go wrong? Lady Athena.
Your struggles have not gone unnoticed, cousin, so take heart. Eternity awaits you once you finally break free.
Again?
Had to come back for something right quick.
Huh? According to my list here, why, you must have just got clobbered all the way back home by one of those wretched thugs again. The old moving out of the way trick didn't work, huh?
Indeed.
Pardon the interruption, everyone.
Achilles, wanted to ask you more about the weapons I've been using. They can change shape. So they've molded themselves to suit me and remember their past wielders, something like that?
Something like that. They seem alive, don't they? Taking everything in. I think they long predate even your father's time. Some have seen many different owners. Chances are you shall not be the last.
In the meantime, I'll take good care of them. Father, of all the skeletons and such in your direct employ, you wouldn't happen to have any here around the house, would you? Out in my courtyard, for example?
Skeletons. I'm sure they'll welcome you when next you visit Asphodel. You may not realize it, boy, but we have a certain standard of decency we uphold around here.
I figured.
Hello.
the worst that could happen?
Where do you think you are? Who do you think you're talking to? Nobody gets out of my domain, whether alive or dead.
I'm leaving, Father. Try and stop me. Just right. Thought I'd just pop back in.
What?
Prince. Achilles, have you ever run across the Shade of Daedalus in all your time? I found some of his legendary hammers out there, but no sign of him.
I've never met him, no. Your father keeps him fully occupied with building out his underworld and renovating constantly. No wonder some of his old crafting tools are strewn about. I take it you've been able to make use of them?
Indeed I have. So, Mother, all the pomegranates around here, those are your doing?
Not a lot of fruit trees take to this environment, my son. Though there's something about pomegranates. Maybe it's that their seeds so resemble the gemstones your father liked so much. Or that they don't need much water.
Fruit trees, huh? I grew up around all these poms and never thought much of it. Are there many other types of fruit trees on the surface, then?
Well, I suppose there are a few. But I like pomegranates most of all.
I like them too. Skelly?
Haven't moved a muscle.
What could go wrong? Olympus calls.
My oceans, they are filled with danger, not just water, little Hades. Any of the dead you face, they met their mortal end at sea and not on land.
I forgot something. Wanted to say, the Lady Aphrodite asked that I relay a message to you, sir. She said that she admires you. Mentioned a certain war.
Admires me, does she? Sometimes, lad, I think that Aphrodite is the mightiest of all the gods. Her power is what spurs us all to action, whether to love or war, or sometimes both the two. I'm grateful for the message.
Mother, you'll forgive my asking, but your mother used to call you by a different name, didn't she?
Don't remind me. Imagine if I called you Zaggy Poo from when you were born to this very moment. That's how that name felt to me. I much preferred the name my father gave to me.
Your mortal father, right? So he called you Persephone. What was he like?
He was kind to me, and funny. Little bringer of destruction I was to him. I liked that. He was right, I was a terror. But then he passed. I was very little still. My mother never spoke of him again.
Demeter mentioned him a bit to me. She seems... I don't know, but I don't sense that she regrets the relationship or anything. Just sad about the outcome, I think.
I suppose I can see that. I thought I might end up like Father. Growing old, wasting away. Then the time flew by, and I realized I was closer to Mother's side. Mortals certainly don't have it easy. But their limited days, it means they live their lives to the fullest, I think.
At least we've some of that in us.
Indeed, my son.
Been waiting over here.
What's the worst that could happen? Lord Dionysus.
Just getting warmed up down there, yeah, Zag? Here, have a fine selection of my blessings just for you.
Time to feast. Forgot something again.
What? Oh, looks like you died from one of those nasty booby traps left by a wretched pest. Little guys that look like urns? Have you tried avoiding them, maybe?
I have not. I got acquainted with the twin fists of Malphon recently, sir. Fills me with the kind of battle hunger I'd not felt before. To think the empty hand could have as much destructive force as any weapon.
The empty hand has more destructive force than any weapon, lad. It is the only weapon that can wield all others, and without it, all others are nearly powerless. The twin fists are a testament to that. Use them with care. Don't lose your head out there.
Thank you.
You're such a good boy, aren't you, Cerberus? Yes, you are. Guarded the place while I was out, and even let my son come visit me.
The ever-vigilant and terrifying Cerberus merely accepts the praise.
Your Highness!
What's the good word?
That's as much heat as I can get from this. push it any further. Do your worst, Father. Time to mix up my style.
Damn it!
Tough break.
Oh! Looks like one of the wretched witches shot you dead last time. Sorry to hear that, huh? Have you tried shooting them first?
I haven't.
So how has it been between you and your father lately, Zagreus? I know the two of you have lots of work ahead of you. Especially him.
Well, it's been all right, I guess. I think he's set in some of his ways. But at least we have some sort of understanding now, even if he acts like everything is still the same when I'm out there on the job.
He says it's so you put forth your fullest effort every time. All this is a big adjustment for him as well. Not that it's any excuse for how he's treated you. Are you all right seeing us together?
Yes, I'm glad for you. Reach the limit. No way. Felt that, I think.